Live Jesus, the veneration of his image. It is worth noting that the image of Christ with his heart, while not an object of worship, is not just one among many images we might choose. It is not something invented at a desk or designed by an artist. It is not an imaginary symbol. It is a real symbol, one that represents the center, the source from which salvation for all humanity flowed. There is a universal human experience that makes this image unique. It is undeniable that throughout history and in different parts of the world, the heart has become a symbol of the most personal intimacy as well as of affections, emotions, and the capacity to love. Beyond any scientific explanation, placing a hand on a friend's heart expresses special affection. When a person falls in love and is near their beloved, the heartbeat quickens. When someone suffers abandonment or betrayal by a loved one, they feel a strong tightness in their heart. Moreover, to express that something is sincere and truly comes from the core of a person, one might say, "I say it from the heart." Poetic language cannot ignore the power of these experiences. That is why, over the course of history, the heart has inevitably acquired a unique symbolic power that is not merely conventional. Thus, it is understandable that the Church has chosen the image of the heart to represent the human and divine love of Jesus Christ and the innermost core of his person. While a drawing of a heart with flames can be an eloquent symbol reminding us of Jesus Christ's love, it is fitting that this heart be part of an image of Jesus Christ. This makes his call to a personal relationship, encounter, and dialogue even more significant. The venerated image of Christ, where his loving heart stands out, simultaneously has a gaze that invites encounter, dialogue, and trust. It has strong hands capable of holding us. It has a mouth that addresses us in a unique and deeply personal way. The heart is perceived not as a separate organ, but as an intimate, unifying center, and at the same time, as an expression of the whole person, which does not occur with other organs of the human body. If it is the intimate center of the whole person, and therefore a part that represents the whole, we can easily denaturalize it if we contemplate it separately from the figure of the Lord. The image of the heart must refer us to the wholeness of Jesus Christ in his unifying center, and simultaneously, from that unifying center, should lead us to contemplate Christ in all the beauty and richness of his humanity and divinity. This goes beyond the appeal of various images of the heart of Christ, because it is not that we must ask something of the images of Christ, or that we must place trust in the images as pagans once did, but rather, through the images we kiss and before which we uncover our heads and bow, we worship Christ. Moreover, some of these images may seem unattractive to us and may not move us much to love and prayer. That is secondary, as the image is merely a motivating figure, and as the Orientals would say, one should not remain focused on the finger pointing to the moon. While the Eucharist is the real presence to be adored, in this case, it is only an image which, though blessed, invites us to go beyond it and guides us to elevate our own heart to the living Christ and unite it with him. The venerated image calls, indicates, and transports us to dedicate time to encountering Christ and to adoring him as we find best to imagine. In this way, looking at the image places us before Christ, and before him, love lingers, contemplates the mystery, enjoys it in silence. Having said all this, we must not forget that this image of the heart speaks to us of human flesh, of earth, and therefore also speaks to us of God, who has chosen to enter our historical condition, to become a part of history, and to share our earthly journey. A more abstract or stylized form of devotion will not necessarily be more faithful to the gospel, because in this tangible and accessible sign, the manner in which God has chosen to reveal and draw near to us is manifest. God be blessed forever.